So two Glaswegians walked into a radio station, and is this some kind of joke, said the other one, and that's just what it's like. I cannot believe I thought I was the only Glaswegian. I thought I was the only one in the whole of Queensland, and I've met a fellow one, which is great. Dave Grace here. Welcome to 101 FM.
Good morning, Mike. Thank you very much. It's a pleasure.
I had to laugh, though, because when you came in, you didn't have the Glasgow accent. Then you thought, hang on, this is a fellow Ouija. We can drop the accent.
I was being very cheeky.
You were. Absolute joy to see you. And, of course, we're here to talk about your amazing tribute act. But before we do that, I need to talk about your history, because you have been... It's a blessing to be involved in the music industry anyway, but you've kind of toured the world with all these various tribute shows, haven't you?
Yeah. Well, I started the UK Bee Gees show in a little place in the north of England called Blackpool.
Oh, I know Blackpool. I've done summer seasons at Blackpool. We say summer, we use that word loosely, don't we? About 2 days. And the wind used to be so bad, and the people from England who are listening online will know this. The wind gets so bad at Blackpool, underneath the tower, all the shops, the big signs say, do not open these glass doors, because it's a bang.
That's true.
That was the good weather.
Yeah.
Jeez.
That's true. So we started the show early 2000 over there, and then myself and my family decided to emigrate over to Australia.
Good move.
So we come over here, and a couple of the guys from the show decided to follow.
Stalkers?
Our drummer, Stuart, who's from London, and Sean, who plays Robin, he was from Plymouth. So they came over. We put the show back together again in 2012, and we brought some other guys in locally. We've got a guy who plays Morris Gibb in the show who's from Vancouver. His name's Glenn, so he's far travelled as well.
Absolutely.
And basically we've toured the show from 2012 all around the world. This time last year we were in India for the second time. We work on the cruise ships and blah, blah, blah. But out with the UK Bee Gees, I worked for a company based over here on the Gold Coast that just dealt with tribute shows. And I was a drummer as well, like yourself, Mike. Yeah. And
well, you say like me. I mean, I can't keep time, so
I can't spell drums, so we're okay. But I was lucky enough to tour the world in a lot of big theatre shows, including the Michael Jackson show that toured here.
Yeah.
History, it was called, and several other ones. You know, it was great fun. But the Bee Gees thing is a big thing. We've got a really big reputation, great reputation on the circuit. You know, we take up nationwide, and we're looking forward to coming local very soon.
Of course, you've got that gig. One of our sponsors here is Club Beanlee, and you've got that gig New Year's Eve. Now, you know, as a Glaswegian, that was the gig of the night, of the year,
of course.
On New Year's Eve.
Of course.
And if a Glasgow audience, I just remember this going back to the day of the sort of late 70s, early 80s, if a Glasgow audience liked you, New Year's Eve was the best gig. You will never get a better one. If they didn't, you had to sort of escape out the back door. And I remember DJing there a few times and not going particularly well, and thinking, oh, start the van, chuck the gear on the back. But yeah, so Club Beanlee, that's going to be a cracking night.
Well, it will, because we've never actually performed at that club. And as I said, we've been on this local scene for a few years now, yeah. You know. So it's an honour to get there. This is a fabulous night for them, for the patrons that are at the club. It's a 2-hour extravaganza of the Bee Gees. Costume changes, full 6 live-piece band, 6-piece live band, and 2 early in the morning for me, Mike.
I was going to say, I mean, this much of the way, it's just about getting up time now for a musician.
Yeah, and they're going to be in for a treat, so definitely get yourself down there. If you love the Bee Gees and you love a good night out, this is going to be the ultimate New Year's Eve gig on the scene.
And if you think of the back catalogue, I mean, you're talking 2 hours. I mean, I've looked through our sort of back catalogue this morning. The amount of Bee Gees now, you could do 5 hours worth of material.
Yeah, sure, you can. What we tend to find is that most people that come to the shows just want to hear the greatest hits. They want to sing along. So you can't really do too many obscure album tracks because they're not interested. They just want to get up and dance to the ones that they know.
Of course.
And there's plenty there for a 2-hour show.
I mean, a couple of weeks ago, I was a guest of Gary Wood over at Club Beanlee. We saw the Beat Legs.
Yes, that's good friends of mine.
Great act. And the harmonies and everything. And what they've done, what I love about them, and it's the same with you guys, I'm sure, they've taken time to study.
Yes.
So they're studying the mannerisms. I mean, the drummer in particular, he had all of Ringo's mannerisms, which I thought was great. They look like they're having such fun on stage. And for 4 musicians, the sound quality was great.
They have put a lot of effort into that show, and it's testimony to the amount of work that they put into it, because they are, to this day, the only Beatles tribute show in Queensland. No one's tried to take their work and put it out because they're that good. So yeah,
and
they're fantastic.
so tight. And you know yourself, audience, you said it, they want to hear the hits, they want to hear all the stuff. They're quite discerning as well, and they'll go away thinking, oh, that didn't sound like that. Twist and Shout didn't sound right. Nobody said that on that night. They were all, and they, like you, they did the costume changes and everything as well.
Yeah.
The Bee Gees, known for falsetto, known for some really tight harmonies as well. How hard was it for you guys to get that authenticity in there?
A lot of people ask us that question, It's not actually that hard.
Seriously?
Yeah, I've been lucky enough to be born with that high sort of thing, so that's I'm running with it. I've not been found out yet, so we work really hard on the harmonies, because the big thing, as you know, with the Bee Gees is tight, polished harmonies.
Absolutely.
The three vocals up front, and we've mastered that,
And lots of a cappella stuff as well?
Oh yeah, definitely. But I'd say we're one of the closer ones in Australia. We don't have a lot of competition, We're not just a band that do cover versions of the Bee Gees. We try and be the Bee Gees, because that's what a tribute show is.
Absolutely. And I've seen some, and back in the UK, I was fortunate enough to work with a lot of these guys, and the ones who live it. If you think of the Elvis tribute acts, I got a friend who came to see us play yesterday, Stewie V. He walked into East's Leagues Club yesterday, and everybody thought, oh my God, it's Elvis. He looks apart, he dresses apart, and I guess for you guys, you're in character from the second you arrive at a venue, if not before.
Oh, of course. I'm in character every day when I go into Woolworths.
I'd like to see that, but maybe come to think of it, not. What particular era because the Bee Gees, obviously, they went through that sort of dip. Late 60s, early 70s, they weren't fashionable, and then of course Saturday Night Fever came out, and all of a sudden, bam, they were right up there. What era is your particular favourite for performing?
Well, yeah, my particular favourite's the 70s stuff, because that showcases how good our vocals are and how close we are to the actual Bee Gees, because there's not a lot of guys can sing that high falsetto and keep it up there,
keep it going,
strong falsetto.
Yeah.
No, the Bee Gees had a massive career for I think it was actually really short. It was only for from 66 to 69, and then Barry and Robin fell out.
Yes,
because of they had massive egos, and then they got back together again in 71. And they wrote a little song called How Can You Mend a Broken Heart? That was the biggest and first hit in America. And it was about them rekindling their relationship, and kissing and making up, And then that's when the 70s thing took off. And that was massive for them. And this year, we're playing a lot of songs from the Saturday Night Fever album, because it's 40 years this year when that movie came out.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness me. Here's a frightening stat for you, and as a Glaswegian you might remember the Plaza Ballroom in Glasgow.
Yeah.
I was the first DJ in there. Wow. And what my job was to play the old-fashioned waltzes and foxtrots in between the band. Saturday Night Fever came up, and this very attractive young girl came up and said, any chance of playing Night Fever? I thought, I might be in with a shout here. So I played it, and it was like one of these movies. The whole place went silent. It was, oh my God, what is he doing? And then one couple got up, and then another couple got up, and it was the most amazing thing. All of a sudden, and the Bee Gees did that. They transformed what was kind of, Saturday night tradition of waltzes and quick steps and foxtrots in, actually, guys, old people can have fun as well. And it was terrific. Really, really great.
Oh, fantastic. That to this day, that's the biggest selling soundtrack album of all time. I think they sold something like 40 million albums on that.
So when you're doing the likes of Night Fever and Staying Alive, are people doing are they doing the routines?
Yeah, well, they're trying. We try and get them to do it. We get Robin tells them, come on, let's see you do your Saturday Night Fever moves. It gets the hand up, down to the hip and stuff. And, we involve everyone in our show. It's interactive. It's like we tell stories about the songs and a wee bit about the history of the Bee Gees and stuff, and involve the audience, get them to sing along with us and stuff, have little singing competitions
People
in between
love that.
songs.
They love all that. And it's when you go to a show, especially nowadays, you want to feel that you're involved. You want to feel that the band is playing just for you as well.
Of course. Well, I don't want to go and see a tribute show or any type of band and they're staring at their feet. That's not entertainment to me. No,
definitely not.
So
we've got obviously New Year's Eve at Club Bean Lee. Where else are you guys playing locally?
Well, too many gigs to to think off the top of my head. We have a Facebook page and a website. Am I allowed to mention
Absolutely,
that?
yeah, you go for it.
The website's UKBGs with a Z, not an S, 'cause I don't want to get sued.
I was going to say, yeah.
.com.
Very, very clever the way that you did that.
And the Facebook page is just UKBGs. Just look for it with the Z again. And all our dates are up there. We're playing all over, up north Queensland, down in Melbourne. We're actually in Melbourne this weekend coming, doing 3 shows down there. But we're doing a lot of local stuff as well. We're in Logan Diggers on the 1st of March, which is just around the corner from here, I think.
In fact, we might. Now, if you remember, which I'm sure you will, we'll get you on maybe the week before to come in and talk about
Fantastic,
that as well, which is great. You very kindly, because we chatted online yesterday, you very kindly sent me like a sample of the work that you guys do, so we'll play you out with this. And sort of finally, you know, here you are, you're a family man, obviously got some kids. How did the family respond to the fact that, especially the youngsters, that dad is getting up there on stage doing his stuff?
It's not spoken about. My middle son, who's 13, well, my two boys are from Glasgow. My daughter's Australian with a Glaswegian accent.
Well, that works. Yeah, that works.
But my oldest son, who's 18, he's a producer himself. He produces his own 80s synthwave music, and he's got a couple of albums in the iTunes charts, so he knows all about it. I've had him. He actually plays drums in our show, in the BG show.
I'm sorry, I don't want to hear any more of this. It's just 18 years of age.
Yeah.
Should be out there just drinking and
He started when he was
stuff.
15.
Wow.
But the thing is, he knows all about the scene because he's been about it, so he knows. But my middle son, Callum, who's 13, good Scottish name, he's embarrassed. He doesn't tell anybody that his dad singled a woman for a living.
Our kids, as they were growing up, were so ashamed that I did radio. They never told anybody, oh no, because he tries to be funny and he's not funny. Because your kids don't think, I know, it's not a proper job. It's not a job for a grown-up. But anyway, I think they're kind of now they're in the 20s, sort of getting into the idea now, but there you go. It's been an absolute joy talking to you this morning. I'm so glad you came in.
Thank you, Meg. It's a privilege.
We're going to play this little clip, and I'm guessing if people still want to come to Club Bean Lee, there are still tickets available.
Yes, you just contact the club and they will organise your tickets for you, and we look forward to seeing you on the night. Thank you again, Mike.
You'll have a great time. There are a lovely audience there, and just if I can, quick plug for my band, we'll be playing there on the 21st of January, so there you are. See, any chance.
Good for you.
Any opportunity.
Talking, you're cheating and lying, good loving just gets in my eyes. Nobody believes what you say. I just gotta get a message to you. Hold on, one more hour in my life will be through. Hold on.
So you may be forgiven for thinking that was the Bee Gees, but it is the UK Bee Gees, the tribute act, and boy, am I looking forward to seeing them play live.
Mike Bennett.
Don't believe me. me, just don't believe me, just don't believe me, just